South Africa's ruling party has postponed a top-level meeting that was expected to decide President Jacob Zuma's future. Instead, the African National Congress has released a statement saying party leader Cyril Ramaphosa has held fruitful and constructive discussions with Zuma. Zuma is under growing pressure to resign amid corruption allegations. There are unconfirmed media reports that a decision about President Zuma's future will be announced later today. Zuma's spokesperson has yet to comment. Let's get you the latest on that now. I'm joined live from Johannesburg by CGTN's Angelo Coppola. Angelo, meetings between Ramaphosa and Zuma today. Will the president resign, and when can we expect that announcement?
Well, I've just received Ramaphosa's public engagement diary for the day, and it looks pretty jam-packed at the moment with meetings, and there's no slot in there for a meeting with Mr. Zuma that's either penciled in or permanent. That's unless, of course, they do meet tonight, and then they'll probably have an announcement after that. But at the moment, any kind of meeting today seems unlikely, which means, if anything is to happen today, the discussions yesterday between the two were indeed, as they put it, constructive and fruitful. We're led to believe, though, that Ramaphosa will clarify Zuma's position sometime during the course of today, and that's according to the National Assembly Speaker, Baleta Mbete. But who's to know? The situation, as they say, remains fluid at this time, Panina.
And Angelo, is this the ANC stepping back to allow Zuma to live with dignity?
Well, the current impasse between Zuma and the ANC has been likened to a chess game, and of course we all know that Mr. Zuma is the ultimate tactician. He played the national office bearers when they popped in for a visit on Sunday evening, and his latest move was his transparent attempt to take credit for getting the SONA, the State of the Nation address, postponed on Tuesday. And then last night he said to have had those constructive and fruitful discussions with his deputy, but he's still in place. In terms of the ANC stepping back, well, analysts are suggesting that the party appears to have lost its patience with Mr. Zuma, so stepping back is probably not an option. They also can't afford a standoff, because if that State of the Nation address is to be held with Mr. Ramaphosa in place and the national budget speeches to take place on time, they have to move fairly quickly, Panina.
So what might be the conditions be for President Zuma to step down?
Well, we're going to have to speculate a little here. Legal amnesty doesn't seem to be on the table. Zuma faces several legal cases and a commission of inquiry into state capture, and he'll have to follow due process there, which means when he's asked to appear, he'll have to appear. The opposition parties have also instituted criminal complaints against him, and they've confirmed that they're not going to be backing down. So Mr. Zuma will get his day in court. Could he ask for financial support to fight those cases? Well, he could try, but it seems unlikely he will get any, because basically when he leaves office, he has no government protection, either legally or financially. On the question of full benefits, if he resigns, he maintains those benefits, including a substantial pension. If he's impeached, he gets nothing. So will there be some form of golden handshake, golden parachute? That's possible, but of course we'll never know the details if that is the case, Panina.
And Angela, what sort of impact are these developments having on ordinary South Africans?
Well, there does appear to be some more buoyancy in the mood of people on the streets. They're anxious to close the Zuma presidential era now. They want to move on quite quickly. It does feel a lot more upbeat. Others, of course, want Zuma to be able to make a dignified exit, but many want to see what Ramaphosa can do as the new ANC leader, and whether the ANC can actually recover from what many have termed a disastrous Zuma term. We spoke to some South Africans on the street yesterday.
That is a good thing. It's a good idea, because they don't allow him to speak out as he is still in charge. He's president right now.
I think they're right to cancel it, because they must fix up the mess before they sort him out, because we don't need him. He's just a circus to our country. He's no longer fit to be a president right now.
Hey, to be honest, I'm not happy with this whole issue, because, you know, as a human, we must, as a human being, we must stand for the right of anybody, because, you know, Zuma is the main problem of this whole issue, and we have to face a reality. We must, as a country, we must discipline him.
I feel very bad about it, Because actually, since you know, it's the only speech which we're supposed to know about our country and our future. But now the inside fighting of the ANC, it affects us who voted them. Actually, they have to deal with it, and the president actually have to step down for the sake of South Africa and other people in the ANC.
You can hear from that people are really fed up and it's time for them to move on. So we're going to watch what happens today. If anything does happen, of course, we'll bring it to you live as it occurs. Penina?
Angelo, thank you very much. Angelo Coppola live for us there in Johannesburg.